Good morning, everybody. It's Chris Robinson, Robinson Ag Marketing, with today's pre-opening grain and livestock comments for Thursday, the 5th day of February, as we head into the Super Bowl weekend. Just digging into overnight trade, March corn, basically unchanged, down 0.75 cents, 4.28, 4 cent trading range. East corn down a penny and 3/4 at 4.55 and a half, a 3 cent trading range. March beans, a different story, low of 86 and a high of oh 06. We finished up a dime. New crop beans couldn't get an $11 print again. It did trade as high as 10.92 last night, 10.92 3/4. We settled at 10.90 and a half. I'm in the belief that this is a marketing opportunity. Now, the big question comes down to exactly how you read what it's considering versus confirmed, right? I would I can make some jokes about that, right? I can talk about my ex-wife considered doing this, but in the end she did that, right? So I just be very, very, very careful. The robots bought everything yesterday. As soon as that came out, that was the largest amount of soybeans traded in one day ever yesterday. 894,000 contracts, largest daily volume, right? So there you go. And I've been doing this for a long time. It surprised me. The original agreement was for 12 million metric tons, which is 441 million bushels. The new number is 20 million metric tons, 735 million bushels, right? So that, if they take it from the old crop, that's the difference, because our old crop carryout's 350. So if they take 294, that would be definitely tighten our supply. So there is no other law as powerful as the law of supply and demand. But it's with a capital B. But we would need to see this confirmed, considering versus confirmation. We've been down this road before. So yeah, it's a great opportunity. Here's the thing I was looking at though: corn and wheat could care less. This is a marketing opportunity for soybeans. We'll see if this brings out a change in acres planted in the March planting intentions number. So just wanted to get that off my chest. So we'll see. We'll probably be whipsawing here quite a bit between now and Friday. So again, considering versus confirmation, you tell me. Moving over to the protein complex, a big drop in open interest yesterday in feeders. What was that? Well, a lot of people took protection going into the last report. I read it was the report that came out on Friday. So that came out friendly. People are covering those. Everybody's looking now to see if we can go fill the gap in March, which is at 375, and then the contract high, which is at 378. I mean, we're at 370, right? So it's been a tremendous rally. We were down sub 294 from 293.30 to yesterday's high, 373.60. It's just a gift for producers, and I know everybody that's down at the cattle convention has got to be doing some shots to celebrate this, because it's a lot better to be at 370 last time I checked than to be at 293. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters. Nobody's opinion matters. Nothing else matters. What's going on there? I think the news that there's no movement on opening the border yet. I think that really is one reason people kind of said, cover our shorts, we're going higher. Nothing's changed fundamentally. We have the smallest herd in years. We've been talking about that for the past 2 or 3 years. So when you don't have enough of something and people keep wanting it, it's going to keep pushing prices higher. April fats hit 244.57 yesterday. I would think that if we can get a push to past 245, then we're looking at that same old thing, the old gap from October, which comes in at 243. Excuse me, not 243, 247.35. 247.35. If we go through, so it goes 245, then we get into the gap at 247.35. Why do these numbers matter? Well, if you're watching these markets, if you're trading these markets, you want to know where the magnets are. And that's all these levels are. People say, well, what's the importance of technicals? That's where the magnets are. Switching over real quick to silver. We're back down. Looks like we could possibly test the recent low, which is 71.20. We want overnight as low as 73.40. You got to wonder if we go into the weekend under 70, there could be some concern there from people. Or, you may see some people step in there and try and buy it again. I'm looking at some levels, which I've posted in my letter here for a while, 2 or 3 times. Most of my guys don't trade silver, but some do. And it's very, very simple Fibonacci. If you take the low last March, April, basically $30, 29.30, up to the high, 121 and change. $65 is going to be big because that's a 62% retracement of that rally. So we've already gone through 86.50, which was the 38. We tested 75.70. We've tested it 3 times. We're right there right now as I talk to you. So we're sitting right at the halfway back point of the rally, which started at $30. So it's no wonder that we've been whipping around this level here for a while. And here we are sitting there right now as I'm talking to you. The next downside risk, technically, and again, these are just risks. They're areas that the robots seem to want to get to. Historically, these Fibonacci's attract at least initial interest. They are not the goose that laid the golden egg. If you say, I know it's going to go to 65, and then you get too aggressively bullish, and then you're sitting there when we trade to 50, well, then, yeah, it didn't do you much good. What it does is it gives you a specific level, to make a specific decision. That's all it does. Bullish or bearish, you still have to make a decision. You still have to buckle up your chin strap and own your decisions. So price is what matters, not opinions. Not what somebody says on the television, not what I say, not what anybody else says. Price is king. So if you learn nothing from me, it's that you really need to be looking at the charts more than listening to what people are saying. It all comes together in a big ball of wax, excuse me. But at the end of the day, what matters and what everybody deals with, right or wrong, is that price. So we'll see if we can get some more confirmation versus consideration. That's going to be my thought for the day. Confirmation versus consideration for those beans. All right, this is Chris, 312-638-8868. Give me a call if you're looking for some help, some guidance on how to manage the risk here in these volatile markets.